Greetings and welcome to I'm Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi. Welcome back, all of my beautiful friends. I want to thank you for tuning in. This is the Pick a Card reading. And for those, friends who are coming back, especially from a SOULSCOPE, I want to thank you for tuning in to this new content here and to all the beautiful humans tuning into for the very first time. I'm Demi. I'm a certified spiritual life coach, Reiki master, an Akashic record reader, and a certified aromatherapist. And I want to thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a pretty heavy reading, so just want to give you, that adult content type sitch. This is a three-card reading. We have Labradorite, which actually I believe Labby, this is my favorite because it's a spectral light. We have Hollandite. Let me see. Just want to make sure I got that right. I have so many crystals. I am a crystal Reiki healer, so I use crystals. And I also do crystal grid work and teach crystal grid workshops. And so I have been collecting crystals probably 3 or 4 decades now. So I have about 3,000 crystals. So I don't memorize them all. They talk to me. Hollandite, I was right. This is a higher self regenerative stone. And Shattucktite, one of my faves. This is accesses records, opens up your abilities and awarenesses to your higher records. And this is, by the way, an Akashic record reading, so a little bit different than an intuitive reading. And so these crystals, and Labradorite is the stone of synchronized magic. So being able to think of what you want, just kind of give you guidance to kind of help you pick the right deck. We are going to go from Shattucktite, Hollandite, to Labradorite. So 1, 2, and 3 your decks are. I love this. I don't know if you can really see how beautiful that is there. What makes Hollandite extraordinarily different than any other quartz? It may look like a quartz to you. I'll try to show you. It's got stars in there. And it's named after the person who found it. So those little points, they're not tourmaline. I'll have to look it up to see what it is, but they're striations of stars. You can actually, when you look at them, they're black, and there's some that are pretty big. They look like little stars sparkling inside the quartz there. So awesome. And my favorite is the spectralite, Labradorite. Not your normal Labradorite. Got a little bit of moonstone, which they all do when they come from this Feldspar series. And so, again, magic synchronicities, higher self knowing and connectivity, and your Akashic records, your soul books, knowing information, being able to see and understand things that are happening. And this reading today is about his or her true intentions about you and your relationship. So, I want you to quiet your mind just a moment. Shattucktite, Hollandite, Labradorite, they all have an "ite" at the end of this particular series. Just focus on what you want to know. Let the crystal resonate. Here, this is Shattucktite, my fave. Love it. This is deck number 1. And your Shattucktite, it's going to be able to open you up to hearing from those higher guides and teachers. So if you really want to know the more accurate, but it also stimulates you being able to speak in a higher form, stimulating your throat chakra, giving you the highest use of information and wisdom as well.
That's why I love it, because it's good for channels, people who channel, such as myself, those who operate in the gifts of the abilities, all readings, as a matter of fact, your tarot. I'm also have the gift of automatic writing, so I channel those down as well. The I Ching, which I also do readings in that. I'm an oracle reader, as well as tarot, so it does a lot there. The Hollandite, deck number 2. Let me see if I can show you those stars in there a little bit better. I may have to change screen view, but beautiful stars, just all throughout. They're mostly down here at the bottom. Sorry for the cuticles, people. So send me your love offerings so that I can get the mani that I need. Actually, myself manicure, but Hollandite. I'm so silly. This helps. Wow, this is a good stone. Just so you know, if you're worried or thinking about the effects of the radiation from all that's going on in the world, this helps keep you from radiation exposure. So that just popped out there for me. I never fear about any form of that because I have so many crystals. But this puts you on the path of destiny. That's what they wanted me to tell you. And also, it helps to bring back memories from the future. So, I think that's important to know. It also helps awaken one to one's true self. Deck number 2, Labradorite. There's no mystery here. I have every type of bracelet, stone, earrings, necklace. Labradorite and moonstone are just 2 of my favorite stones, and when they're together, even better. Spectralite is the high end of the feldspar family here, and that's what this puffy heart is. Deck number 3. We're talking about the deepest form, because this is spectralite, different from moonstone and labradorite. It's the both of them combined, which makes it spectralite. And so you can see those flashes are super deep blue. There's a bigger patch right there in that rainbow. You see the white there. This is rainbow moonstone with labradorite. Those high synchronicities, those magical alignments, being able to think something into existence and it just happen and occur. The magic of labradorite alignment is the alignment of the soul information. So close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath with me. Think about your deck, and we are going to get started again. 1, 2, and 3. Make your choice. So this is deck number 1. That beautiful Shattucktite. I love this. I'm just getting lost in the waves. It just reminds me of the ocean, the depth of the deep. So I can see why it calls in that Akashic record for you, and the crest at the white top there of the water washing in, bringing all back into your awareness. So we're going to get started here. What are his or her thoughts and feelings? Deck number 1. I kind of feel like you're going through, you are going through some deep, this group here, good card, good crystal for you. You're already going through some deep turmoil in the relationship. So let's get started with that reading. All right, so deck number 1, Shattucktite. I'll give you a top view there. Loving it. So I can already tell your relationship is in deep turmoil right now. So you want to know what he or she is thinking. You guys have hit not just a rough patch. This is a separation already in the works. There's some distance. There's some some angry words happening here, going back and forth. A lot of blame. Not just your regular blame either, because you guys are not seeing eye to eye currently and presently. So, okay, so we got consciousness of lack. Nobody's feeling the love here right now. You miss them, and you want to know. That's why you want to know: is this coming back? You both have this. You don't see how, but you want it, only because it's familiar, and you're wondering, do they want it? And both of you are in consciousness lack. That's on the far end of the spectrum. We're going to get there. Nope. They're saying nope. This is now. So, we are going to have to change consciousness. And the parts of you that don't want the relationship is this. Okay, so let me just go ahead and break this down. Neither one of you want it, which is why you're currently separated. You have had so much spilt milk, so many dramas and problems. You guys are currently broke up already, right now, in this very moment. And a lot of this has to do with so many other emotional problems. Then it boils down to money. Because what happens is that because there's so many emotional disconnections, both of you started pulling out of the emotions. So there's a lack of love, mutual respect, and the money becomes then the source of the problems, because no one can really say what they feel except you didn't do this, and you didn't do that, and I'm sick of you, this, you always, blah, blah, blah. These are the kind of conversations that you're having, or have had, that led to the breakup. And both of you said done. And you want it back, and you want to know if they want it back. And they're saying that in order for this to come back to order, you have to recognize who you both are. This is an answer to that. Because where there is financial lack, there's a lack of sacred alignment with the soul. We're abundant by nature. So for the fact that both of you attracted each other in a lack consciousness, and how you create your world around you through one another as yourselves individually, this is the point that you both have to get to. This is both of you. So that these two are going together. Bingo. You have to discover self. This is self-discovery time. Your separation was required if you were going to alter the lifestyle. Regardless, sans if you have a person in your life, let's just push that off the table. Just like, let me just scoot him over. All the way over. Because you can't have a relationship if it's already deficient in love. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing, let alone all the other areas of your life that are not adding up, which is how you guys ended every argument with, this is never right, we live like this, life looks like this, we want to do better, but you both don't have the consciousness, and you have to realign back to the purity of state. This is the intention for the relationship. You, he, she, or she, whether you're man or woman looking at this right now, in order to have that occur, see how the intention unfolded into healing you, discovering you, bringing the relationship back together. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. I should have said that from the rip, that you guys do get back together. There are just some requirements here, or else this is going to keep happening. Who wants that? Who wants to bring a relationship back that's going to keep doing this? Breaking up. Unless you like breaking up to make up. I mean, you know, you could just have make-up sex, and then that just be that. Right? So, what's going to heal it? I could see this coming. Gratitude. A lot of times we just don't see what we already have. And you want he or she to come running back to you, trying to prove to you how much they love you. You're wondering what they're thinking about you. Why don't you just have the gratitude that you had someone? You both love each other, but don't believe that either one of you are worthy of being loved by one another. It's hard to make that work when neither person believes that the other person loves them. It's hard to financially contribute. It's hard to wash the dishes, wash the clothes, put gas in the car, make sure the car's got tune-up and insurance, registration. All things that add up to money, time, let alone spending time together, just chilling and watching Netflix. It's hard to do those things when you're not sure if the other person's even going to be there for you, and now you guys are already separated. Be grateful for all that you have in the lack. Because when you see it as lack, you continue to produce lack. And when you see it as everything is so beautiful and great, look at all the goodness of my life. I have at least a car. A lot of people don't have those things. Sounds crazy, but they don't. Having gratitude right now begins to restore back a sense of well-being. I have these and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these manifesting into my life. I'm grateful for the beautiful things that he or she brought to me. What part of me needs to evolve here? What am I discovering? What would I like to discover? How can I let this go so that I can move into the great achievement of mastering my life, hitting a milestone in every area of my life? So we're going to go now. It's time to reconsider. I would definitely say this goes here. Reconsider why you want the person. Are you just lonely right now? Are you just missing the comforts of just having someone? Because now you have to fill your own space. And that one goes here. This is reconciliation. Not surprised. I did hear that. This person and you will be able to make a comeback when you both begin the journey of self-discovery. Each one of you has to decide to want to heal the parts of your internal story, his internal story. If this is a guy watching today, you have to heal yours and she has to heal hers. Gratitude. This is clear. I heard it before I even pulled it. This is about somebody who's going through something right now. What are his or her intentions? They want to get back together too, but both of you are at a stalemate because both of you do not already believe that this relationship cannot make it. And if both of you are believing that, how is it going to make it? That's a lack. You have to reconsider. You have to change the vibration of what you are believing to get to this part. The discovery of all things beautiful, i.e. in yourself, and the worthiness. You can't love someone when you want them to love you to prove to you that you are lovable. It's impossible. It's a matrix within itself that is a never-ending labyrinth. It never gets anywhere. You absolutely do reconnect. This is a beautiful story, but there's some things that have to be transcended. And I am going to definitely highly recommend spiritual coaching, even reviving your relationship with self-love. It's a workshop. It starts on this coming Wednesday, November the 17th. You know, if this is you and this is where you are right now, and you want this person, they too have to change the dichotomy of their beliefs, because this is in both of you. This word consciousness just simply means your awareness, and you have a lack of love, and then it just pours into every avenue of your life. And so you don't deserve this. Neither one of you do. You deserve this, the great achievement of reconciliation where there's love and gratitude. This is a heart chakra card. This is a great ending getting there is both of you determining that you want it. Do they want it to deep inside like you do? Yeah, they're asking the question, but they're also seeing this, just like you are. We get back together. How's this going to work? That's the question, because this is on the table. So it's up to you. Healing begins for you both when you can open up to the heart of gratitude. And now let's go to the summary. And so, deck number 1, this is a surprise ending. No, I heard it already. So, lack consciousness, overcoming a place where you don't believe that you're worthy of being loved, and neither does he or she. So you've got to get to the place, they have to get to a place deep within where you both, you see how the heart is open and empty? That's about love. And then everything else, I love this card for that reason. Because love, the vibration of love, draws and attracts everything else. So when you don't have self-love, it will dynamically impact everything you are manifesting in your life, including a relationship. So you both have this. You both are questioning whether or not it's even possible to reconcile over all the heaps of stuff that has happened. Sure is. Oh, gratitude, forgiveness, let it all go. Start healing self. Make that journey. I love that this looks like a journey because he sure is on one of self-discovery. Both of you need it. Being grateful. This is a great season to start looking at that. I invite you to revive your relationship with self-love. Also, meditation. Working with your chakras. Bringing this place of joy and the beauty of you. You are a sacred temple. The body is the house of what the source is on the inside. So yeah, sure, take care of your body, look good on the outside. But if your soul is not worthy of living in it, doesn't matter how good it looks on the outside. It is time to reconsider where you are. Because if you keep believing that there's too much that we've crossed, I just want to know, does he feel or she feel the same way I do? You both are. Both of you need to reconsider these types of dark thoughts that are leading to nothingness, because the universe can't move until you change that. That's why they're saying reconsider your thoughts. Thoughts, consciousness, awareness, what you are thinking is making this a stalemate right now. And when you shift that, the great event of beautiful, see how these two cards look vastly different? We're talking emptiness, sorrow, nothing's coming, great joy, celebration, life at its fullest. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Everybody can do it. When you do that, this is on the table for you. And him or her. Reconciliation, passion, the love, bringing back what was best about the relationship. So you got to remember what it was in the first place. Hold gratitude for it. Start there. Super simple step. Hold the positive thoughts about what you had and what you want. Because you can't live in the past. You got to see what you had and be like, you know what? She really was the best. She cooks really good. Oh my God. Start thinking about that favorite meal, and then allow yourself to open up to the other parts of the expression. We really did have something good. Imagine how much better it can be. How much better it can be. And the problems and the dramas. You choose. Reconsider. There it is, and I want to thank you for choosing your deck number 1, Shattucktite. To me, I want to thank you for choosing I Am Powered by Love TV. If this resonates with you and this was you, and you want to be able to reconcile it, but you don't even know where to begin in your journey of self-love. Self-love is definitely something that you definitely need guidance into how to strip everything down, revive your relationship with self-love right here at IamPoweredByLove.com. Visit our workshops. We do have one. The links are below to take you straight there. If this resonates and you love this type of reading that we do in Akashic Records, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell so that way you get every notification for all the wonderful content that comes from this channel. And I want to thank you, my friends, and all the beautiful humans for tuning in. I'm Demi. All right, greetings. And this is for all those who chose Hollandite. one of my favorite crystals because it really connects if you're doing soul print work, soul print writing, activating your soul star, soul chakra. This is your higher self. This is guiding you to the truth of who you are. You know, and we all talk about the higher self and the true authentic self, being one's true self, or living in this authentic expression. Well, it's hard to live in an authentic expression if you are just blocking. You know, a lot of people just say, I'll give you a really good example of what's not higher self. I don't need nobody. I can make it by myself. Okay, that is a negative mindset. And so, living in our authentic self opens us up to love. It opens us up to the life that we want, of deep engagement, that truth and beauty of self-expression, connection with the higher vibrational self. This is how you manifest what you desire. So all those who picked the second deck, Hollandite, I think this is going to be a really good choice for you. I'm already hearing. So let's get started. Those who chose deck 2 here, the Hollandite, for example, is just a really great meditative stone. Take a look here at some of the stars, if you can see them in there. This one is Plenius. I love this stone. And you can feel the vibration. So this isn't your ordinary quartz. And yeah, they're not as clear as quartz because of the mineral inside. But what I do want to point out here, if you didn't remember, this stone can bring memories from the future concerning what one destines. So if you are looking to reconcile that love, bring that love back, this is about knowing, again, what their feelings, their intentions, their thoughts right now. So let's get started. Let's keep that right there. Okay, I love this card for you. I knew this was going to be really good. Okay, so I'm just laying out where you are. And you guys, you are wanting to know if your relationship is going to the next level. You want to know their feelings for that reason. You're in a really good, not only are you in a good space, but you are in your present power. You are walking in high gratitude. This is bringing you into a cycle of increase. Hope you can see that there. I just like the Hollandite so much. I'm like, gotta set you up. This is moving you into all 4 directions. Let's take a look. Let's spread those out. So this is where you are now. This is also why you're looking. This is you. This is why you're looking at he or she and wanting to know where they are, because you are both in this cycle and you want to know, are we going to the next space? That answer is definitely yes. You are present in loving in the divine self. It's why you chose the Hollandite. It's because you're already standing in a space of truth and beauty of who you are, beginning to love yourself and your value much more fuller. And the person that's walking beside you is also looking at life and where you guys have come from and through in gratitude. So now you are, because of this higher vibrational set in both of your minds and your hearts. This is what consciousness is when your mind and your heart are in the same space. When they're not, they're in conflict. And living in your soul brings them together. It's emerging both of heart and mind, but also left and right brain. And so you are in the cycle of increase. And now you can both ask. This is you, though. You want to know what they're feeling. The answer is yes. They're ready to deepen the connection. They are also, I'm hearing, they're also ready to make the move here you're being asked to go in the 4 directions, asking all elements: earth, wind, fire, water, air, physical properties of the earth, to begin this increase. So you're going to be working, you're both going to be working on manifesting the relationship to the next level. Let's look at the, it's like there's an issue here. I could hear it, because when you're asking for the elements to come in, yet there's no intention, this is a trust issue. That's why you're asking whether or not this relationship is going, what their intentions are, what he or she is thinking, is that you don't trust. So you're still healing something here. This is the angels of 4 directions. And with the present power, that just because you're coming into loving yourself, appreciating more of your fuller potential, doesn't mean you heal the space where you believe you are worthy and lovable. So we're going to take a look here. Compromise. So there are some inner workings here. So what I'm hearing is that not only is there trust issues, but you've been hurt before. You've been cheated on. This is a betrayal break, and you also witnessed your parents in their relationships, and you've had some toxic relationships in the past. So you were healing through a trust issue, and in order, they're saying that you have to come to a compromise here, and that compromise is being willing to let your guard down and heal your mistrust. Your partner's not required to acquiesce, because this person already loves you. They see your worth. They love the life that you're building together. They see that you're healing and changing some parts of yourself. This is the part that's hurting the relationship, which is why you're asking, what are they feeling right now? Are they ready to go to the next level? They are, but you are not, which is why you are calling out to the healing energies to bring clarity here. It's time to really allow yourself to fully trust you, not what others will do. This is about trusting that you deserve love. See, people think that trust works the opposite way, that the person is required to make us feel safe. No, it's your job to be safe, knowing that you are fully supported, that you love yourself, and that everything that you ask for is and will be manifested. True love. I love this reading for you, and in order for you to get here, this literally says this is a romance of a lifetime. Yes is the answer to it. They are thinking about how much they love you. You will have to make a compromise within yourself. They see all the worth and value that is happening here, but the soul healing is about trust. This is your soul lesson right now. You are in a time of not only increase, but just by trusting and letting it go, you will see that you are open to love. You have to be open to love for love to happen. Like with anything else, you have to believe that you're going to be successful in whatever it is you do in order for success to occur. You have to believe that you're worthy of love in order for love to walk in. You can't want it, but then have the door closed, padlocks and slide locks and chains and combo locks. You can't have, a camera on the outside. Who is out there? I need to know before I let you in. Either you let love in or you just don't. A or B. And then we wonder what are they thinking? Because you are aware that you have these issues and that you have the potential to drive the relationship away. This is you, which is why compromise is falling here with the soul lesson of trust. This is absolutely ready to go. You just have a little bit more healing to do. And so let's go to the recap here and wrap it up. Trust is the soul lesson here. You are being required to call upon the angels of 4 directions, and that's your earth, wind, fire, water, air. This is you. So this is physical. When you're asking for the earth elements, you're asking for physical manifestations of clearings and healings. Okay.
If this were the Ascended Master card, it means that you would be, doing some deeper healing. This is about you, and the soul lesson is trust. Letting go of your fear of being hurt, left, abandoned, rejected. You are the one blocking the relationship. The compromise is within you. Are you willing to let go of your fear of being hurt and loved to walk into true love? The big fat yes. There she is. Yes. Your life is on the increase right now. And you know it. You're just scared, which is where this part comes from. Your fears are blocking the future. That's why you picked this, because you already are aware of everything. Your higher self is communicating that to you right now. So if this deck stood out to you because of the Hollandite, that's why. Because you are already standing in your present power. You've already done a lot of healing work about money and stability and who you are and what you're passionate about. And now you're going for the long game. Love and lifetime and future. Because this also brings forward future awarenesses. So here's the awareness of the future. What are you willing to do to go get it? And I'm Jimmy. I want to thank you for tuning in to I Am Powered by Love TV. If this resonated with you, and you want to stay tuned for more pick a card and all of our other wonderful content right here at I Am Powered by Love TV, you can just subscribe, hit that little bell, get all the notifications of all of our new content, all of our content coming forward, because it's not new. It's just that it's new when it's delivered to you. And so, and if this resonated with you and you'd like to know more about healing this space where trust has been broken, where love has been fractured, where healing needs to occur, then you need to seek an expert about it. This isn't something that we just overcome or shove to the side and say, oh yeah, well great, he loves me. Because if you don't believe that you're worthy of it, we see it all the time in life. We watch our friends, our family dismantle their loving relationships, all behind self-worth. You name somebody in a successful relationship, name one. Because if you don't heal the place where you are worthy, everyone self-sabotages. This is just what happens. So heal this space. Below in the description box, underneath the timestamps, you're going to find connections to our workshops. Revive your relationship with self-love is one of the workshops that I teach. It's upcoming pretty soon. Please look out for it. And if you're worried about whether this will last, if you're here wondering this question after what I just read in the channel for you, this is way deeper. And the compromise is you letting go of your fear. This person wants to take the next step. They are definitely madly in love with you. But if you're here questioning it, it's because you don't have it and they already said it. And I would love to continue healing and working with you. It is a 5-week mini coaching workshop. It's a healing and coaching workshop. Check it out. And I want to thank you for tuning in to me. And I'm singing right now because I feel like you heard this and your heart is going to be heavy because you know it to be true. And you want to rush into, when is he going to propose, and will I get engaged this year, or will I be married, pretty soon. But the facts are is that you have some insecurities and some self-love doubts and some places where you don't see love being there. What do they love about me? That's why you want to know what he or she is thinking. And I'm here for you. We are here for you, and I'm Powered by Love. And I'm to me. Signing out. Greetings, and this is deck number 3, that beautiful Labradorite. That's Spectralite specimen, meaning it has both house bars with deep blue flashes in the Labradorite portion and that rainbow. And so for those who've chosen deck number 3, let's get started.
All right, now let's get started with deck number 3. This is Labradorite. And I feel like everyone has probably heard everything and all that there is to know about a Labradorite. I use it for magic manifestation work, crystal grids mostly, simply because it anchors in the type of energy that is going to bring what you are asking pretty rapidly with synchronicities. But it's also a great stone for doing inner work, that inner healing, rooting out old negative patternings and thoughts. So because it makes you aware on a much more deeper level. I dislike the word intuition, because it takes away from the soul, the part where the soul is actually communicating. So when you are hearing more clear, seeing more clear, accessing more information, you are able to have a better control over your synchronicities. That's what I love most about Labradorite, is that in the directionality. I'll just give you an example really quick. I'm gonna take you guys on a sidebar. Got crystal grid, so we do crystal grid workshops, and we sell our own grid kits. And this is one of the small baby ones. They go all the way up to 13 inches, big puppies there. And so here are the 2 Labradorites in this one, and they're set as desire stones simply because the outcome it needs to be controlled. So we've got aquamarine, garnet, Labradorite, citrine, for a controlled flow of grounded protection, clear communication, harmonic and beautiful communication, and energies and synchronicities of abundance. So it's all where you put it, but it's also a great stone for protection because of the black tourmaline in there. So let's get started. So what is he or she thinking? You pick this stone because you're already aware of this. There's some deception. You guys are already on the outs. If you're not currently broken up, you're on your way there, because you know. So again, Labradorite is the stone of deeper insights, and like I said, I don't like to use the word intuition because your soul is the knowing center within you. It is your higher self. It's communicating with you these truths, and you're seeing it in dreams, you're feeling it in energy, you might even see it in pictures or flashes. You're just connecting with the deception. You know something is off and wrong. So there's a lot of arguments, a lot of keeping up with, trying to figure out what they're doing. There's a lot of questions being asked here. There's a lot of resistance also, because they don't want to tell you what it is, and so your heart is breaking behind this, because you want to know the truth. As a matter of fact, I just heard it. You're literally saying, just tell me the truth, just be honest, for something that you already know to be true, as if hearing it, the words would make it more real, because you don't want to believe yourself. And this is a big thing when we don't listen to our soul. We want someone else, we want the person to verify and give us confirmation. Your soul is confirmation enough. So you're bringing that's coming to you, which is why you chose this stone, is that the awarenesses and insights of what's happening to you are very prevalent. But you also are moving into the space of higher self. This season right now is about you getting what you deserve, and you're teaching yourself in this very moment of this relationship that I deserve more, but I was hoping this one would really work out. It's okay for us. We feel like failures when love doesn't work, But what we're teaching ourselves is how we manifested this and what state of consciousness we were in when we created it. How dare us start healing and releasing and stay in a relationship that is less than the conscious value of what we've grown to become. We can't do that. We've outgrown it. It's done. And this event occurred so that you could experience it's okay for me to not only do some deeper inner work and do some deeper healing, but find myself and understand that the person I was, not only am I worth more than this, but it's okay to let go. It's okay to also feel loss. What he or she is thinking, I cannot see. They are shrouded from you because they're no longer connected with you. So I cannot read their records. There is some deception. There's not only some deception. I would dare say that you already know that it's on the serious side. You know that's happening. They've already checked out. I'll just say it that way. They've checked out of the relationship on you. You are left holding the bag, and you already are aware that they've made the move. So you're trying to figure out, what are they thinking? I'll just say this. They're not thinking about you. You better think about you, though. Your friends and your family during this time, it's a great holiday season. I love that this card came up. They're your support system. They're your alliance. They are your fortification and your protection. They're going to lift up your spirits and bring you to a place remembering of who you were before this person. You know how friends can do that. That's what they're going to do. They're going to zip right in. A lot of holiday stuff going on. Even with COVID, you know, there's people, target people that are going to come and support and lift you up, remind you who you are, bring you back to self. You're getting ready to go on a self journey. Let's take a look at what that healing card is for you. The gift of knowing, third eye, boom. I love it because that is the card of the third eye, the crystal of third eye. You're right on point here with where you're going. It's time to wake up. It's time to you to wake up to self-love. And this is your higher self. I love this card. Big old heart right there coming at you for self-love. And this gift of knowing. This is about not knowing the future. This is not about, becoming, a reader, a channel, a medium, or anything like that. This is about knowing the deep knowing of you. Trusting you in the beauty of who you are and loving that. And, I teach this a lot about love because no one can be anyone else. You have to know who you are. I know myself down to the most minuscule part, and I am unabashedly, unashamed, and unapologetic about who I am. I love that. All these things put me right here to be in this space with you today. And so I can tell you that knowing who you are, emerging into the beauty of you, man, you're gonna look back in a couple months and be like, oh my God, I don't even know why I was even worried whether or not this was going to work out. Woo! Well, we're gonna pull both of these at the same time. So, yeah, this one I'm just gonna do like this. I'm just gonna say, okay, girl, we gonna let him go. Okay, we just let go. Don't stop. Going into the higher self. This issue is the issue here in this relationship. They're telling you to let go of the control. Just let this loss and this breakup play out naturally. You are working way too hard to save something that is not worth the energy anymore. And you know what control comes from? FEAR. We don't want to be alone. And so we'd rather deal with this, go round and round and around and around, begging and pleading. Don't you see how much I love you? We can make this work. Why don't you just do this? Why don't, remember when we had all this, and then so you're just begging. Just let go. And when we try to control the outcome, it's fear. So just let this go. You cannot stop the progress of this path right here. This one is unknown because it's not what this reading was about. If you'd like to know where the rest of your tomorrow goes, we can definitely go deeper into that. And I'm about to wrap this up for you here in the recap. Okay, so don't stop. Keep going. Go deeper. You are worth it. Don't stop. Your soul note of healing, where you are today to get to the relationship you want to be, is self-knowing. Don't stop. You know, the worst thing to do is to admit to our friends that our relationship is falling apart. Because you know how we get on social media and we're like, oh, I love him. He's the best. He took me here. He did this. So it's hard to admit to your friends. But these are about to be the same people that are about to remind you of how beautiful you are and how much you are worth. You got an entourage. You got a clique. You got a crew. You got some ride or die people here who don't want you to sink beneath that. And a lot of times, yeah, there's some haters in the crew. They like, yeah, he ain't shit. But that's okay, because he ain't. Because I'm telling you, I can see it. He ain't. We both know what he's doing. Or she's doing. That's deception and beyond. You already know it. And begging them to admit that they're doing something on, why? You already know it. You know it in your soul. This goes back to this beauty. Going to that knowing. You probably already have clairvoyant abilities, clairessence, clairaudience, probably a couple more clairs. But most importantly, you're hearing, seeing, and your dreams are showing you this. So there's some astral travel involved. You know that you know. So getting them to fess up isn't even worth your time. They're just saying, let go. Let it go now. You've heard it in the reading. Someone's confirmed it. This reading is for you. It's time to let go, because this is what's at stake. You. Begging and pleading for someone to stay to be with you, that is so beneath where you are and where you are going in the future that you can have for yourself, because you can manifest everything from the vibration of love. Any and everything. But we do have to heal the wounds that created this space. And so that's why it's important to know who you are. Bringing your self-worth, self-love, self-value into the picture is where you are right now. What are they thinking? I can tell you, I'm sorry, not you. They have already moved on. You're already experiencing the loss. There's deception in the air, and they don't care. They don't even want to hide this anymore. You know, the conversations are stiff. They turn into deep arguments. You end up crying and sad and alone every time. They leave like, I'm out. They're like, I don't even want to deal with this with you. And they're going somewhere else, and you know that they are. So this is done. And they're saying to let go of trying to control the outcome of it, because it's not ever going to end up to where you want it to be in the first place right now. So here is a stone that can help you project into the future of where you want to be. Start looking at that through your perspective of higher self. And I'm Demi, and I want to thank you for tuning in. If this resonates with you, and you want a deeper, more fuller, impactful reading to see where you're going into the new year, I do an Akashic record reading for the new year, next year, birthday, year ahead type thing, as well as we can go deeper here with the exclusive YouTube offer link below, where there's a discounted offer for an extended reading. It's a private reading with myself, or actually you could even choose any of the readers here. And also, I really want to recommend to you to revive your relationship with self-love. It's interesting because as many Labradorites as I have, I'm actually wearing one. It's one of the stones that I keep most around a lot, on top of quartz. I have quite a few of these that it would be in the form of a heart. So I want to invite you to revive your relationship with self-love. And I'm Demi, and I want to thank you.